Grading will be based on two things: your test average and your progress. Test average, when you see your form here, every time you take a test, we're going to record that. And so let's say we get on test one, you have a 90. Then now your test average is now is a 90. Let's say the next week you're going to take test number two, and on that one you get an 80. You can see now that your test average is 85. So this will keep up with the average of all your tests. Now, progress. It says here that progress is based off of having a little more than three submissions per week. Now, this is in the future, so I'm going to change this to the past, so we can actually get a whole week in here. So, this is a week in the past, and it was looking for three submissions. So far, just taking those two tests, we have two submissions already. So that means that we're up to about 60%. Well, let's say that you turned in a quiz. So quizzes, or in fact, let's get rid of one of the tests. Just say you've done one quiz, which was, let's say, 1.1.1, and then you did another exercise, which is 1.1.2. Okay. Now, it says here, again, you need 3.3 submissions during the week in order to have a grade of 100. Okay. But you have just short of 3.3. We have 3 here. So we are just short of 100. So your progress is about 90.9, and your test average, I took out one of the tests, is 90. So the average of these two grades, your progress and your test average, is over here, which is 90.5. Okay, so let's say we're not getting all our work done. Let's take one of these out of here. So we're expecting 3 this week, but we only got 2 submissions, an assignment, let's say a test. Let's get rid of the test. Let's put an assignment in there. So you did 1.1.2. You did those 2. So again, we're expecting 3, but you turned in 2, so you have a 60 now. Let's say you actually turned in 3, 1.1.3 assignments. You turned in those. You can see that now you're up to close to a 91, because we're expecting 3.3 submissions, and there's now 3 submissions. Let's say we turn in notes. So notes for this chapter. Well, now we have 4 submissions, but we were expecting only 3 for the week. So with 4 submissions, we have over 100. In fact, it's about 121%. So it's pretty good. So if you can turn in more than what's being asked for per week, you can raise your score much over 100. Let's see here. Oh, I know why it's doing that. Let's get rid of that. It thought that was a test. Let's see, 1.1.4. Okay, so it doesn't think any tests have been taken, but it thinks that we've been doing a lot of progress. So up to 121. Let's say we did take a test. Let's say we got a 70. So test number 1, let's make that a 70. So our average for our test is 70, but our progress is now up to 151, because we have a total of 4 submissions. No, 5 submissions. 5 submissions. Let's just take it down to just 4 submissions. So with 4 submissions, you have 121, and with your test average currently is a 70, and these two blend together to give you an average of 95.